I heard that you wanted to be a baddie and that's why you clicked this video. Well, I don't know how to make you a baddie, but I'm gonna tell you how to do your makeup like a baddie. We're gonna focus a lot on cat eye techniques when it comes to concealer, eyeshadow, eyeliner, a lot of cat eye stuff in here. Today I'm feeling like using this one because we're gonna be using more of a glowy face. You can also use foundation. I'm just not a very big fan of foundation. You're more than welcome to just go to foundation. I usually like to use very small amounts of concealer, but I'm gonna use a little bit more just because we're going for the body version, and the body version is a little bit more coverage than usual. However, I feel like if you did use foundation as a base instead of using something else, maybe using as much concealer as I'm gonna do right now is not the best thing because you already cover what we needed to cover. I just like to cover more with concealer to have more of a natural side, but obviously you can do as much as you want. I'm gonna put in obviously here, but I usually just do this. I'm gonna go down like this. Don't touch the nose though, just down the nose all the way to my nostrils over here. I'm gonna be putting over here because I want to lift this side. Blend like you normally would. Whenever you're gonna go here, do not touch your nose, just go down the nose like this and just like blend. You see the side of my face is like more lifted, and then we have my normal face. So right now I'm going to bake now that my concealer. My husband's streaming right now on Twitch, so if you hear somebody screaming, I'm so sorry. I've already talked about this in my last video, but the bake technique that they used to do in 2015 or 16 has a chokehold on me, and I cannot stop doing that, even though people bake very lightly now. So I bake all under my eyes, and it just makes such a big difference because it lights the eye. It doesn't make it feel too greasy whenever you're outside. Now I'm gonna go for my eyebrows. Something that makes this baddies is the way they do their eyebrows, and it's such a perfect eyebrow. Like, I'm not even kidding, it's the perfect eyebrow. I like to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I love a deep brow more than a pencil brow. This is gonna last way longer than a pencil, and it doesn't break, and I can just go as hard as I want because I have a brush. I might put you guys closer so you can see better. Before where you see your arc forming, like right before that, that's where I put the very first line. I like to go down making a square, and then I go here, and like I said, I do a little square. Go bump and then down, just like that. I'm gonna fill this one up, so I'm just gonna connect it a little bit with the eyebrow, just like that. You see, it fits so much better. And then whatever I have left, I take from here and I start going all the way to the very beginning of my eyebrow like this, and then I take a spoolie brush like this. And this is very important because there's a lot of many times where I get over the lines and it just looks messy. So you gotta make sure go up like this. Like, be very careful not to get outside of the eyebrows because that's when it gets like really messy. It's not completely done because we need a gel, eyebrow gel. What I like about this is this makes the hair stay in place, so it doesn't go like everywhere. For the beginnings in here, like the little hairs in the beginning, I go to the opposite side, and then slowly I start blending them into the way they actually go. Do a very thin tail with the gel, like really thin. I'm gonna take a little bit of concealer, put just a little bit on my eyelid, take the brush again, and then I'm just gonna go all over my eyelid. After I do that, I immediately go with loose powder on my eyelids so it doesn't crease. It's really important. I'm just gonna take the Fenty Beauty loose powder that I use for baking underneath and just go on your eyelids. Just make sure that everything has been touched by the loose powder. I have the James Charles palette with me. The first one we're gonna be using the color Canvas. That's the name, by the way. It makes your eyelid more bright. And then whenever I'm using this color as a little base before all the other colors, I make sure to put a lot on my inner corner over here because this side, I like to keep it very bright. And we're gonna keep it bright even with everything that we're gonna put afterwards. Now I'm gonna use a different brush and I'm gonna go with the second. Now I'm gonna go with Punch Me, which is this like maybe neutral, maybe in the dark side. I'm gonna take it and I'm not gonna touch the inner corner of my eyes, just from the middle, like from here to here. So whenever you feel like you're at the end of your eye, go like this. And I'm gonna take the color T, which is this bad girl over here. And I like to start here in this arc, all the way trying to make this line way darker than it needs to be. Also, whenever I'm blending and fitting these colors together, I go inwards to the inside instead of going like touching this to here. Very slight. So I'm gonna use a brush that has absolutely nothing on. And this is what we're gonna use for blending. So first, I'm gonna blend this so it doesn't look like a harsh blend. And then after that, I'm just gonna blend this inwards like I told you before. Now we need color underneath my eye. So I'm gonna take the brush that I did before, the very dark one. I'm gonna use Punch Me once again and go from the middle all the way to the end. Now once we have that color, I'm gonna go back to the pencil where I used this one over here, which is T. I'm gonna take that very dark color and only go on the ends. For the eyeliner, we're gonna have to be very careful with this. This is the Urban Decay Perversion Waterproof Fine Point Eye Pen. That name is very intimidating. I'm gonna fuck it up if I talk as I do it, so I'm just gonna do it really quick on camera so you can see the process, and then I'll tell you how I did it. But this is what I like to do. I like to do an eye that goes a little up but also slightly down. And honestly, when it comes to eyeliner, you can do the eyeliner that you want the most. A little technique that I learned to make your liner like look a little bit more professional is we're gonna use concealer. When I tell you that we're gonna be using the finest brush that you have, and this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a little bit of this concealer, try to take the excess of it. I'm gonna take underneath this eyeliner and we're gonna put a very fine line underneath it. Just make sure to erase the concealer from your brush, and then now you can blend it very well so it doesn't just look like a white line. It just makes the eye look more professional, like the eyeliner is more professional. Baddies use a lot of fake lashes. I don't like fake lashes. I hate the feeling of it, so I'm just gonna do like normal mascara. But in this one, you're more than free to use whatever you want. Alia mascara. This is something baddies do. Like, this is when it comes to like this makeup and all the makeups that I see on these baddies, they have black liner on the waterline of their eye. Basically, I just put it like right on the waterline of my eye. Now you can do the bottom lashes however you want to, or you can do what I do. To use a tweezer, like a literally regular tweezer, you can get it anywhere. Take particles of that mascara like this and put lashes together. It's gonna give you a more, like I have more lashes effect, and it's like cartoonish. I love it so much. Now I'm gonna take highlighter. This is the highlighter that I'm gonna be using just for the eyes. This is the Benefit Cookie highlighter. I'm gonna be using a little brush like this, and I'm gonna put it obviously in my inner corner of my eye. Take the same one, put it underneath your eyebrow. Now this is the baddie eye look. Just look at this difference. I took also my powder off, like my bakiness. When it comes to baddies, they have such a bronze face. Like I'm telling you, it doesn't matter what they do on their makeup, they have a very bronzy face. So first, we need to contour. I said this so many times. I will not tell you how you should contour your face because everybody has a different face. So you should not copy paste somebody else's contour and put it into yours, because we all have different face shapes and everything. All I'm gonna say probably that could probably help you when it comes to this makeup is whatever contour you do for your face, just try to lift it a little bit, since this is what we're trying to do with the whole cat eye technique. Here I'm gonna lift it like this instead of going like that. I'm gonna put a lot of contour everywhere where I would put my contour, like a lot. This is the contour that I do for my nose. That's it. Now I'm gonna add just a few more lines because I see the baddies have very contourish nose and they look great, so I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna take the Fenty Beauty contour brush and just blend it, and I always like to blend upwards and up instead of doing this. I also like to contour all the way up my forehead instead of going down, so I don't have any wet line between my hairline and my forehead. This is my favorite bronzer. It's from Charlotte Tilbury. And I'm just gonna go on top of the contour. Like I said, the baddies have a very bronze face, so the more you bronze, the better. I'm gonna make everything more snatched, so I'm gonna use concealer. Apply it right underneath where you contoured and put a little line like that. And also make sure to lift up whenever you blend it. We're gonna pick right underneath And I squish this a little bit more and put it on my nose. More like a bakiness also, but just on the bridge of my nose, just like that. Every time I buy a blush, doesn't matter what brand it is, I like to keep a color that is very close to a bronziness color because I love bronziness look. Try not to use like a very bright pink because we're trying to go more into the bronzy side. I'm gonna take this one and obviously remember lift, and then I like to blend this one with a beauty blender going up. Baddie's best friend is highlighter Charlotte Tilbury on Pillow Talk, and then just gonna go up like this. I have to use a beauty blender for this one. Now I'm gonna take this powder off my nose. I'm gonna use this one for my nose. Make that nose bright. Now I'm gonna take this powder off. Now I'm gonna seal everything before I do my lips. I'm gonna be using the Spose combo, and I feel like you can use a nude color for this look. You can also do like maybe red. Everything is so much more fun with lip gloss. I'm gonna be using the Fenty Beauty. This is the Glass Slipper. Now look at the difference between the person that I was when I started this video to now. Literally such a baddie makeup. Whatever you do with your hair is up to you. I'm very bad at doing hairstyles, so do not come to me when it comes to baddie hairstyles. And it's gonna look beautiful on you. Like I'm not even, like I just know it's gonna look beautiful on you. Let me know if you like this tutorial. Let me see if you want more heavy makeups like this, and I will see you guys on the very next video.